Oh, say, and you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight last gleaming, who brought straws and brought stripes through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we walked were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave room through the night, y'all, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave over the land of the free, yes, and the home of God, oh, the free,
That was incredible. That's a hard act to follow. What a treat. Excellent, excellent, excellent job, Mr. Mike Brooks. That was a special treat. And like I said, a difficult act to follow. But I want to start by welcoming everyone. Thank y'all for coming. As y'all know, Brig Day is my favorite day of the month, and this is an extra special one. We have about 300 people in the house. We are so excited to be here to support Donaldsonville and all the growth in the area. We've got some great speakers today. Want to start by thanking Kim Demarest with Badger for being our meeting sponsor, and always want to give a special thanks to our corporate sponsors, which are Alliance Safety Council. Gulf Coast Wrap is our gold sponsor, Alliance is our platinum, and our silver sponsor is Pipe and Steel. And Kylie and Shelby are here today as well. With that said, I'm going to turn it over to Miss Juanita to announce our first speaker, which is Representative Ken Grass.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Juanita Pearlie Darcy. I'm the Executive Director of the Donaldsonville Chamber of Commerce. It is my heart is just overflowing with joy to see so many came out today to visit Donaldsonville. We know that you had to drive a good distance, but when you cross the bridge, you're in Donaldsonville, so it's not that hard. I would like to introduce our first speaker today, State Representative Ken Grass for District 58, and he represents Ascension, St. James, and St. John Parish. He's an electrical engineer with BASF in Geismar and a graduate of Southern University. And he's a loyal giver and making things happen for Donaldsonville. So let's welcome Representative Ken Grass.
Good afternoon. I know y'all don't want me to start singing up in here. We're going to do better than that. Good afternoon. That's much better. It is indeed an honor, a blessing, and a privilege for me to be here on today. Thanks to the Donaldsonville Area Chamber and to the Baton Rouge Industrial Group for not only giving me the opportunity, but thanks to the members of both organizations for your commitment and dedication to District 58 and to this great state of Louisiana. After a long 3 months at the legislative session in Baton Rouge, where I think that we as a legislature passed legislation that will impact positively insurance, crime, tax reform, and the restructuring of DOTD. It is definitely great to be back in District 58 and to have the opportunity to talk with my constituents, small business owners, and industry representatives from the capital region area and from the rural parishes. Just for a few moments, I would like to get into my salesman's mode and talk about a couple topics that should excite each and every one of you about wanting to live and invest right here on the west bank of Ascension Parish. The first topic to get excited about is education and workforce development. As a member of the Louisiana House of Representatives Education Committee, I've had the opportunity to work with higher education and Department of Education leaders from across the state to develop policies that impact students across this great state. But most importantly, I have had the opportunity to work with two great leaders that are not just educating students, but with the help of their staffs, the Central Parish Superintendent, Dr. Edith Walker, and Rural Parish Community College Chancellor Taylor, who are transforming lives across the region by focusing on and implementing the From Cradle to Career blueprint here in the Central Parish. So with that being said, and to help me to continue to sell the Central Parish and to get each one of you excited about the West Bank, I will ask you a few did you know questions. So the way we're going to do this is that when I ask you a did you know fact question that you already know, I just want you to simply put your thumbs up. You got that? So if you know the did you know fact question, simply put your thumbs up. And if you are not aware of the did you know fact question, I want you to simply put your hand to your head and say, So do we have that? If you know, thumbs up. If you don't, Okay, let's try it out. Did you know that the West Ascension Early Child Care Type 3 Learning Center is the first joint venture of its kind in the country where a higher education institution, in this case Nickel State, and the local government agency, Ascension Parish, have partnered to provide a quality education for children 6 months to 3 years old? Did you know? Did you know that the Ascension Parish was the #1 school district in the state for achievement on the 2025 LEAD test, with 53% of the students scoring mastery or above? Did you know? Did you know that RPCC has partnered with Air Products to create the EPIC E3 Academy program, which is also the first across the country, right here in the Central Parish, designed to introduce third grade students here at Lowry and Donaldsonville and Sorrento on the East Bank to provide various career in industries with an emphasis on numeracy and literacy skills. Did you know that was going on right here in the Central Parish? Did you know that the Central Parish is the second-ranked school district in the state for district performance scores of 95.8 and received the A letter grade recognition? Did you know that about Ascension Parish? Did you know that RPCC has doubled, I'm going to say that one more time, has doubled the number of graduates from 751 in 2020 and over a 3-year span to 1,600 graduates here in 2025? Did you know? Did you know that Ascension Parish School District offers over 60 college dual enrollment courses to students, and students have received nearly 5,000 industrial base credentials over the last couple years? Did you know that about Ascension Parish? Did you know that RPCC and the Ascension Parish School District have partnered to create the West Bank Workforce Training Center right here at Donaldsonville High School in 2024, where 73 adults are currently enrolled in the welding program. 28 high school students are enrolled in dual enrollment classes, which include welding, process tech, instrumentations, and electrical. Did you know that was going on right here in the Central Parish on the West Bank? And lastly, did you know that the Ascension Parish School District is ensuring that we have the best teachers that are teaching our students by approving over 6 local pay raises over the last 5 years to ensure that our teachers are paid what they should be paid. Did you know that is going on right here in Ascension parishes? So after all of those did you know questions about RPCC and Ascension Parish School District, would you buy education and workforce development in Ascension Parish? Thumbs up or I need to see all thumbs up. So now, I would like to tell each of you on one more thing that you can get excited about right here in Ascension Parish and to invest on the West Bank here in Donaldsonville. And that one thing is economic development. Recently, I had the opportunity to join Governor Jeff Landry and a small delegation of leaders from Louisiana to a trip at the White House in Washington, D.C. to officially announce with the United States President Donald Trump that Hyundai Motors and Steel Global Companies is investing over $6 billion. I'm going to say that one more time. Over $6 billion right here on the West Bank Ascension to construct the world's largest steel plant. As a result of having the opportunity to be a part of that legislation delegation, I had the opportunity to be in the room and to sit at the tables where I was able to hear the President of the United States talk about Louisiana. I had the opportunity to hear Hyundai Steel Development delegation members from Korea talk about bringing over 5,000 indirect and direct jobs right here to Ascension Parish. I had the opportunity to hear Governor Jeff Landry talk about how the state is going to invest billions of dollars of state infrastructure to expand our highways right here in Donaldsonville. I had the opportunity to hear our U.S. Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, talk about building a new docking facility and rail corridor right here on the West Bank. I had the opportunity to hear Energy Global CEO talk about constructing a new 230 kV line from Baton Rouge to New Orleans right here on the West Bank to ensure that we meet the power needs. And I had the opportunity to hear the Louisiana Economic Development Secretary talk about building a state-of-the-art World Training and Learning Center here, right here in Donaldsonville. So as we were flying back after the announcement, I reflected back on the trip. I thought about how Donaldsonville, how Ascension Parish, how the rural parishes, how the capital area region, and how the entire state of Louisiana is now the conversation amongst world leaders. The one thing that I would never forget is when President Trump said that, and take note of this, to hear the President of the United States say, Ascension Parish will change the world, that we need to be ready. I'll say that one more time. When you hear out of the President of the United States voice to say, we as Ascension Parish residents need to be ready because development is coming. So with that being said, as the Vice Chairman of the Louisiana House of Representatives Ways and Means Tax and Credit Outlay Committee, I have worked with Governor Landry, LED Secretary Susan Bourgeois, along with the House and Senate leader during the recent legislative session to ensure that the West Bank of Ascension Parish will be ready by securing nearly $250 million within the HB2 capital outlay bill for critical infrastructure projects right here on the West Bank, such as the Highway 1 Overpass Rail Improvement Project, the ETP Parkway Road Project within the Rural Parish Megaplex Park Project, the Energy Transition Parkway Phase 2, the construction of a new deep water dock and global shipping to have shipping access across this great country, and for the extension of Highway 3127. Also, another $30 million allocated to construct a new RPCC world-class training center right here in Donaldsonville. Let me say that one more time. $30 million was secured to build a state-of-the-art world-class training center that's going to be under the umbrella of the RPCC right here in Donaldsonville to ensure that we train our workforce and to ensure that we have a workforce for you to hire. So, with that being said, and as I take my seat, I would just like to ask each of you to join the From Cradle to Career movement here on the West Bank of Ascension. When you are looking for somewhere to raise a family, think about the Ascension Parish public school system. When you are looking to hire local for your industrial company, think about our RPCC graduates. When you are ready to invest in the storefront for your small business, think about the billions of dollars that worldwide corporations are investing right here in Ascension Parish. And when you are ready to participate in the transformation of a region, think about the millions of infrastructure and construction dollars that will be invested right here in Ascension Parish. So, let's all work together to move this region, this state. Say it again. Let's work together to move this region and stay forward. And let's show the world that Ascension Parish is ready for business. Thank you all once again. It's a pleasure being here today.
Good afternoon. I also would like to thank you all for coming to our event today. Special thanks to all our chamber members, our new members, and all our sponsors. I'm Carmaine Denby Dickerson. I'm the president of the Donaldsonville Area Chamber of Commerce. I'm fourth-generation funeral director and owner of one of the oldest businesses here in Donaldsonville. I want to introduce our mayor, Mayor Leroy Sullivan.
Good afternoon. Y'all can do better than that. I know y'all ate the food, but good afternoon. All right. First, I want to take this opportunity to speak to you today, but I want to start off by thanking Greg, Baton Rouge Industrial Group, for having their meeting here in the city of Donaldsonville. And as you can see, we have a packed house. So let's give yourselves a round of applause. I want to thank the Donaldsonville Chamber of Commerce for their dedication and hard work. Thanks to John Diaz, because it wouldn't be possible if he wouldn't have been the force behind the wheel that made sure that everything was done. I want to thank all of the sponsors who made this event possible. And I want to thank everyone that's at the head table for your dedication to Ascension Parish and to the city of Donaldsonville. So before I get too far in the speech, I was with my representative on last night, and he said, I'm going home and I will prepare about a 5 to 7 minute speech. And knowing he's Catholic and I'm Baptist, I said, well, he got 5 to 7, that give me about 45 to 50 minutes, right? But I think he's been hanging around us Baptist people for quite a while now, and he's starting to speak longer than he said, right? But I do want to take this opportunity to do something right quick. And Ms. Graves, I would ask that you would come up, please. On last Saturday, the city of Donaldsonville celebrated its 30th Juneteenth celebration. And one of the great things that they had, I was a fan. My fingers don't work so well, but I'm gonna try to hold it out for you. Somebody needs to do this better, right? Pastor Fred ain't gonna help me with that. But this is the fan that we had for our Juneteenth celebration, and I was hoping that Lucy, that works for the sheriff, for Clint was going to be here
Because I
because
can't
she
do it.
know how to do the clapping off. But anyway, I want you to have this as a token of our appreciation and to commemorate the 30th Juneteenth celebration. So if you hear say whether saying this, you'll be ready. So I'm honored to represent the city of Donaldsonville, a place where history and progress meets at the crossroad of opportunity. Donaldsonville is a city rooted in rich heritage, but with its eyes set firm on the horizon of economic and community development. What we're witnessing is no less than a transformation, a pivotal moment that will shape the future of this region for decades to come. Today, I want to take you on a journey of building on a storied past, investing in a bold future. We want to do this through the history that made us who we are, the progress we are proud to share, and the powerful vision that's shaping the future of our lives. Donaldsonville is not just any small town in Louisiana. We are the former capital of the state, once serving as the political hub during a pivotal time in our nation's growth. Our history is deep and proud. In fact, we're the home of the first African-American mayor in the United States of America after Reconstruction. His name is Pierre Corliss Landry. His leadership is woven into the very fabric of our civic identity, one of courage, resilience, and progress. Our historic district, listed on the National Registry of Historic Places, hold more than 250 structures, some dating back as far as the 1800s. It's one of the most intact and preserved historic areas in the state. But these buildings don't just stand as artifacts, they are anchors to a community that continues to prosper. And as we restore and revitalize these landmarks, we are also investing in tourism, cultural, and small business development. Progress. It doesn't begin with concrete and steel. It begins with people. And that's why we are proud to highlight the Donaldsonville Early Childhood Learning Center, because we know that a child's first 5 years are the foundation of future success. This center ensures our youngest learners have access to high quality education, setting them on a path toward lifelong achievements. By giving our families these tools, we're not just nourishing children, we're preparing the future workforce of Donaldsonville and Ascension Parish. It's a long-term investment with immeasurable returns. So let me first walk you through the major industry announcement and emerging opportunities, and then I'll discuss the broader implication of economic growth, workforce development, infrastructure, and quality of life in Donaldsonville and the West Bank of Ascension Parish. First, we have major expansions and investments by industrial players in the petrochemical and manufacturing sectors. We are excited to announce the arrival of major industry to the Modest Mega Park Complex, located on the West Bank of Ascension Parish, just outside of the city limits of Donaldsonville. These 1,700 contiguous acres of undeveloped land covers over 10 miles of Mississippi River frontage and dock locations, and has been master planned to accommodate high-impact industrial tenants, and those commitments are already coming in. We're welcoming companies in the advanced manufacturing, logistic, and energy sectors, and these projects are projected to create over 1,200 direct jobs with thousands more in indirect employment. These facilities will provide high-wage jobs and long-term economic stability, and they are rooted right here in our community. These projects align with Louisiana's focus on energy diversification and forward-looking sustainabilities, and strategies. And if permitted and constructed, it will position the West Bank as a leader in low-carbon energy production and export, helping not just Louisiana, but the entire Gulf Coast transition to a cleaner energy future. So let's not leave out the influence of advanced manufacturing. Throughout Louisiana, we're beginning to see more interest from companies in the rewardable material space. Manufacturers who focus on biodegradable plastics, green concrete, and low-emission adhesives. The West Bank is emerging as a key player due to the available land, nearby industrial services, and most importantly, community support. This isn't just about jobs. It's about positioning the West Bank as a major industrial corridor in South Louisiana, with Donaldsonville as at the heart of it all. So let's shift gears and now talk about what this means for the city of Donaldsonville. Donaldsonville is truly one of our state's hidden gems. It's rich in cultural, history, and potential. As industry grows around it, Donaldsonville has a chance to redefine its role, becoming a live, work, play hub that supports the workforce and manager classes of these industrial developments. We understand that industry cannot grow without skilled workforce. Donaldsonville schools and training centers are already working hand in hand with business leaders and the state to align education with job-ready skills. That is why we are proud to partner with education and training providers to launch the new West Bank Training Center. And this initiative, in collaboration with River Parish Community College and industrial leaders, will deliver credentialed, career-ready training in fields such as welding, pipe fitting, process technology, CDL operation, and industrial maintenance. And with the new $30 million investment in the River Parish West Bank Community Center, we are ensuring our residents that a hub for both cultural enrichment and workforce development is right here in Donaldsonville. It will serve as a multi-purpose facility that enhances community life while preparing people for career success. We are not just building industry, we are preparing to support it. Over the past years, we've made major infrastructure improvements in and around the city of Donaldsonville. Roadways are being resurfaced and widened. Drainage systems are being improved to reduce flood risk. Water and sewer infrastructure is being upgraded to support the industrial capacity. Fiber internet expansion is ongoing because in today's economy, connectivity is not optional. And housing is very essential in our community. Retail growth will follow. Service jobs will grow. Small business will benefit from contracts and spending from new businesses and workers. Real estate and housing markets can expect to rise in value, with opportunities from both new development and revitalization of historic properties in Donaldsonville. We are creating an environment that welcomes both business and families, one where infrastructure is no longer a barrier, but a catalyst for success and progress. Progress without planning leads to chaos. That's why we formed the Donaldsonville Strategic Planning Committee, made up of community leaders, business minds, educators, and everyday citizens. This committee is tasked with mapping out a 5, 10, and 20-year plan that ensures our growth is intentional, inclusive, and sustainable. This is not just about where we are now, it's about where we're going. And we're making sure everyone has a voice in that journey. So the challenge, and I would say the opportunity, is for everyone in this room to help shape the course of this growth. We need investments, yes, but we also need thoughtful planning, partnership with educational institutions, community engagement, and environmental stewardship. We cannot let growth outpace the needs for the people who live here and work here. This is why the parish and the city are partnering with state agencies and private developers to create clear roadmaps for zoning, permitting, transportation, and site readiness. We expect to see increased grant activities, additional public-private sector projects, and greater transparency in how these developments are rolled out. So let me conclude with this. The West Bank of Ascension Parish, anchored by the city of Donaldsonville, is standing on the brink of a new industrial era. Whether it's clean energy, advanced manufacturing, agribusiness, logistics, or opportunities are greater and now than they've ever been before. But with those opportunities come a shared responsibility between business, government, educators, community leaders, to ensure this development is inclusive, smart, and sustainable. I invite you all to take a closer look at the West Bank, not just as a place to invest capital, but as a community where your projects can be successful over the long term. Together, we can ensure that the growth that we are expecting will unlock today's layer of foundation for a vibrant, prosperous, and resilient workforce on the West Bank of Ascension Parish. Donaldsonville is writing a new chapter, one rooted in history, but driven by hope. A chapter where our children learn, our families flourish, our industry grow, and our people lead. We invite you to be a part of that story, to build with us, to grow with us, and believe in what's possible when small cities think big. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mayor. That was a great speech, but the only thing you left out is West Bank is the best bank, right? That's right. And thank you for the fan. I will put that to good use this summer. It wasn't on the agenda, but it was a pleasant surprise. I'm grateful for it. Ascension Parish is truly on the move, and we feel grateful to be a part of it. Ascension and the growth in Donaldsonville. John, I'm going to say it again. You said it first. You won't recognize Donaldsonville in a few years, and it's exciting. Brig is a new proud member of the chamber, and we encourage our members to join the chamber as well. And then I'd like to invite Chancellor Quentin Taylor to say a few words about RPCC, if you have a. Sure.
Thank you. I wasn't expecting this, but when Ms. Pearlie tells you to do something, you just do it. So just really quickly, I mean, it's a tough act to follow. The representative and the mayor. Um, RPCC is committed to making sure that the young people and those who are young at heart have an opportunity to access relevant, timely workforce training. And I'm excited about the future of Donaldsonville. I'm excited about the future of Ascension Parish and the River Region. We have 4 campuses that stretch the River Region, going from Iberville, here in Ascension, St. John, and then down in St. Charles. And so, as you can imagine, we have a huge obligation to make sure that we prepare people to go to work in our facilities up and down the river. Last thing I'll say is this: I've been in a lot of places: Miami, Memphis, Chicago. None of those places, folks, has the energy and the momentum and the collaboration that you're witnessing here. And I mean, from our governor's office to the state house to the parish government to our city government. It is not happening anywhere in this country. And I do a lot of traveling, I do a lot of speaking, and people say, what are y'all doing in Louisiana in Ascension Parish? I want to take a note that Tim Johnson said earlier today when we were speaking briefly. We have got to seize on this opportunity. We have got to make sure, because we're going to train the people. But what the people need, once they're trained and once they're ready, is for an opportunity to get those jobs. And so we expect only Hyundai and some of the other companies that are coming to town to hire those people. We have failed those people. Everybody in this room are employers in some capacity. We do industrial training really well. I met a gentleman walking in, and I'm breaking on his name right now, but we're getting ready to also introduce a industrial sales program into our business administration curriculum, so that you all have the skilled people to go out and also sell, but then operate and maintain facilities. I'll stop there. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Mr. Mayor. Thank you for the invitation, Representative, and thank you for the
Just sell people the bread and after you train them. Okay, let's see. Want to again thank the chamber and the mayor for hosting us. We are grateful to have the opportunity to be here, but next month we will be back in St. Gabriel. We have Entergy speaking, and then the month after that we have Jason French coming to talk about the LNG projects that are going on in Southwest Louisiana. And thank you again to everybody that worked so hard to put this meeting on, including my board of directors and MMR for the food. Thank y'all so much. This was an incredible turnout. We hope to have some of y'all back next month. Okay, we got to do door prizes. We're going to give out a few door prizes, Miss Juanita. I'd rather you. Okay. Yes, please.
So they just asked me to come up and say a few words here. And if you're going to give a politician a mic, well, you know what you get, right? So, look, it's about blessings, right? And a lot of people say, look, man, Ascension, y'all are blessed. Well, that comes with a responsibility. And that requires planning and sweat equity. Everybody in this room is part of our success. Everybody. It's just not the people up here. It's not the people at this table. It's every single person in this room. And as our West Bank expansion happens and our industrial corridor shifts to both sides of the river, it's going to take you and us to ensure those blessings continue. And that's what it's about. It's about community. It's about working together. And it's at the state level. It's at the local level. And it requires every one of us. So I just want to close with one thing, and that is to thank you for our success, because you're a part of it, each and every one of you. And we got to ensure those blessings continue. And it's not only for Ascension Parish. I'm going to be honest with you. I work with every parish president along the river region. This is about the region here employing our state. And that's a fact. We're going to become the new employer in the entire state when it comes to numbers, right here in the river region. And so to ensure that happens requires a lot of planning and a lot of sweat equity. And thank you for everything you do each and every day.
At this time, I'm going to ask you to pull out your yellow tickets, and we would like to thank our chamber members who graciously donated gifts for door prizes: No Distilleries, Groundyard Furniture, Grapevine Cafe, Denby and Son Funeral Home, and we know it as Berg Insurance. It's now called Higginbottom. So thank you all for sponsoring these gifts. Megan is going to pull, and you can blame her for not pulling the number.
Okay, the first one is 957329. Okay. Go to the back and get your gift. Let's see. 957275. Anybody? Okay. How many? 4? All right. 429. 429. 957429. Excellent. Okay. 164. 164. Everybody? Okay. All right. And one more. Let's see. 254. You want it? My dad got it. Yay. They're going to think I did that instead. That's awesome. Okay. Well, thanks again, everybody, for attending. Thank y'all. This was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful event. To all our speakers, our members, be safe on that road. God bless, and we will see y'all next month.